Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the hotly anticipated Deep Culture Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Tanner Blakely.
I'll skip Danny. I'm skipping him because I lost. I lost the draft. So I'm skipping Danny. I'm throwing a curveball. I'm Michael Simonton.
And I'm master of nose goes challenges, Dan Nayar.
Today, we're bringing you a DC villain draft. If we had to pick our own Suicide Squad, who would we take? But first, we wanted to dive into the recently released Rocksteady Suicide Squad game. Michael had some thoughts. Michael's played it. I also have some thoughts. I have not played it, but I've seen enough gameplay to make an educated decision on myself.
I'm just gonna say what I think. I have not seen a lot of gameplay. I've seen a couple clips of like the story based part of it, but I'm just here for fun.
I love that Tanner's holding up to his the lore of Tanner. You gotta just
Yeah.
the spoilers, So if Tanner was a
It
villain,
was it was
he would
spoiled for
be
me before the
the
embargo
spoiler.
lifted, so
Yeah. I so you guys haven't played it, don't plan on playing it then.
I'll
I
play
think
it
I'll
if it's free.
Okay. Danny.
see. I think I'll probably pause on it. Those types of games, not even just because of what it is, it haven't been my cup of tea. It's almost like a Destiny style from what I'm seeing, but of course I'm just pulling this out of my butt because I really don't know. So,
Uh, no,
I'll
I I get that. I did you guys play Gotham Knights too? Or
I
did you
held on
Mhm.
off nights.
yeah, see that the bless you, Blick. The thing that gets me is this game with Rocksteady. It's supposed to be an extension of the Arkham series, and I was texting you guys, hey, this is kind of what the game is. It's the story, not to give anything away, um, but also this game is such a disappointment. It is so disappointing that I
What did Rocksteady want to? Honestly, here goes my diatribe. This is not a game that Rocksteady wanted to make. They wanted to make a Man of Steel, Superman, open world, narrative driven game, and the Metropolis that you're playing in this game is the dead, de- just decrepit, decomposing body of that game that they wanted to make.
see
It's
the
empty. This just screams of Warner Brothers coming in and being like, actually, you're gonna make a Suicide Squad game instead of a Superman game.
see this the thing that gets me with the game though is early on you're like, how does this connect? Because it's almost like there should have been a game in between. Like if you're gonna have Batman, like to focus on Batman for a second, if you're gonna have Batman in the game and it's gonna be a continuation, there should have been like something else, like almost like Gotham Knights should have taken place, like 4 years ago. And I know that's a separate studio, but there should have been something that like explained that story wise. Um, because there's a lot of just plot holes there. Um, the city looks cool, like it kind of has like the animated series like feel to it, like the artwork. Rocksteady, I still think the art, the graphics, the character design, um, the story itself is good, but all the problems with it are that it is nothing like the original Arkham games. The gameplay is like a Destiny, like some of those other live service, and it just it's so disappointing because at the end of the game, when I finished the main story, I knew that there's going to be updates. Like I'm gonna have to keep playing to really like finish the story, but I don't want to because the gameplay is just so repetitive and boring. Um, for everything that's good, there's a lot of negative to it. For me, I can't even compare it to any of the other Rocksteady games. It's more like Gotham Knights, which I think Gotham Knights actually had a better story than this one. So while it started out kind of connecting the two games, I don't know, the live serviceness of it just really is disappointing. It really let me down. It has me like, well, I looked up immediately after. I was like, is there going to be an Injustice 3? Because I'm like, I just need another DC game that actually is good. You know what I mean? Like this one was not. So
Just
very
from
dis
everything. Go
very
ahead.
disappointing.
from everything I'm seeing, the only thing that bugs me, and I guess I'm just going to look at it from like a story standpoint, is I wish they wouldn't have made it part of the Arkham universe. I think it would,
Yes.
from what I'm seeing,
Yes.
I think it would be a much stronger standalone game. And I genuinely think it's scaring off a lot of traditionalists with DC from even playing it, however good or bad that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they're actually killing Batman, Flash, Green Lantern, and who am I missing? Superman. But like, I think the game would stand so much stronger on its own as it's like an Elseworld game, very similar to like what like Injustice is doing. You know what I mean? The story part of it, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they gave Boomerang like a little bit of spotlight because he's such an off the wall freaking character to be like on a video game. So like the small bit of gameplay I have seen, I think that's really cool. John Stewart as the main Green Lantern, super cool. Really like that aspect of it. I think they portrayed each of the superheroes pretty cool outside of being like taken over, you know, by Brainiac. The actress that plays Amanda Waller is in at least 50 video games too.
She's in the Jedi Survivor.
That's right.
Or
I keep seeing her in every
Jedi
video
Fallen
game.
Order and Jedi Survivor.
Yeah. But outside of that, and then yeah, I wish the style, and I didn't play Gotham Knights either, so I'm really just grasping at straws here. But like that Destiny style, I don't feel like fits well with an intricate storytelling experience versus what something more of like the traditional Arkham style games would have been, at least in my mind. And then it almost, like Michael was saying, and I was like, oh crap, that would make sense. It would almost make sense if Gotham Knights was like the interlude before this. And I think I would have a lot easier time like grasping how everything's going, because from what I'm getting, like you find out Batman came out bathroom. You found out Batman or Jesus, Batman came out of retirement.
Came out of the bathroom.
They asked him to join the Justice League. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, you got me, and I'm in the Justice League. You know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't a good explanation either. It was like, oh, they came and asked me. Like, okay, you know,
Yeah,
what were you
they
doing?
put that inside the Hall of Justice, right?
Like Superman
They-
just shows up, like,
Yeah,
Right.
and then you get that picture of them shaking hands in the Hall of Justice. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
there's got to be more to it than that.
yeah. The character work was really good. I did like how they portrayed the Justice League and the Suicide Squad. Everybody, the characters, the voice actors, and again, what the game looked like was good. My problem is there wasn't something to connect it, and the game is just so repetitive. I mean, you do one mission, it's the same thing. Like there's one of four style of missions, and that's all you do. If you're playing with like buddies and you got nothing to do, and it's just like okay, like maybe, but nah, if I'm just grinding on my own, I don't want to play that. So, um, and the worst part is when you finish the main story again, it's just like, oh, it's not actually over. Like I gotta keep grinding to actually finish this. Like, I don't know. It was very, very disappointing. Um, Again, I enjoyed Gotham Knights, I think, more than I did Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Mike, I'm doing this on my phone. Give me a rundown of your shelves in the back too. What are we looking at on the
Oh.
white shelves here?
on the white shelves,
Yeah.
I don't know how much you can see at the top. Can you see up
Yeah,
here? So at the very top, I have some like Batmans that I have.
nice.
Like Atrocitus Batman, some animated stuff. Top shelf here, this is my elite shelf. So this is my Omega and Young Bucks and
Nice.
AEW. Here's more of a hodgepodge. I got like a little Star Wars. I got a Goku. Um,
Oh man, okay,
Infinity Gauntlet, Superman. Uh,
nice.
Star Wars here, Star Wars down here, and then at the very bottom, which I should have probably moved up for this. This is my Legion of Doom that I
It
got from
looks good,
Target.
dude. Looks good over there.
Yeah. Back here, I just any stuff it goes in the corner, so I just throw it.
Just put it in the corner.
I'm running out of room.
It looks good.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
After that scathing review, I want to bring some positive.
Yeah, this game sucks.
Yeah, don't buy it.
No, really, don't buy it. It's not worth your money. Don't support this garbage.
Batman's
I
in
was
the
looking at-
bathroom.
I was looking at Steam numbers over here, and it's like all-time peak is only 13,459 on Steam for a PC game that's not doing it.
No, that's
Um,
terrible. That's
this
like
It's just
that's
not a game that anybody wanted from Rocksteady.
That's like the AEW game where at one point, I need to find the graphic. There was like 70 people online, and the game came out like 2 weeks before
Yeah.
that.
This game definitely had its 15 minutes of fame, and then obscured,
Yeah.
just fell back into the shadows like the corpse of Batman.
Everyone's out there
That's
playing Pal World
yeah.
right now. So.
Yeah.
Dude. I played that for about an hour, and I was like, I don't know, I'm good.
No, I'm too proud to play Pal World and enjoy it.
Now, what you should play is Helldivers.
I keep seeing that. I have no idea what the hell it is. It looks neat.
It's awesome. Think like Starship Troopers with the bugs, and like they're
Dude.
invading planets, and
Wow.
and all of the players are in like this galactic war. Like every player is
Very
contributing to like a war front, and there's two opposing war fronts. You have the Terminids, which are the bugs, then the automatons, which are like Terminators.
Right.
And people are complaining that too many people are fighting the bugs and not killing enough automatons. Yeah,
Turds.
not killing turds.
Dude, what a weird childhood memory that brings back. Do you guys remember the freaking CGI animated Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Dude,
this.
God, that was that was a really good show.
I don't know why I watched that, but I did.
I don't know where I even watched that.
Yeah, as soon as you were saying that, I was like, yep, I know what he's about to say.
Wait, was it in 2012? It's called Roughnecks?
No, it was before that, I think.
No, yeah, I don't think it was that recent. I definitely wouldn't have watched it in high school.
No,
Oh, was it in 99?
Yeah, 99
okay.
sounds about right. Yeah.
It's called Roughnecks, the Starship Trooper Chronicles.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
Dude,
watch
it's
it,
like
confirm.
a Gears of War cutscene the entire time. Like, honest to God, now
I'm
that I'm
gonna have to
thinking
look
about
into
it,
this.
it's just
I'm gonna
like
have to
that,
look
dude.
into this.
It was good.
Who's the guy
Is
from
that
Who's the guy from Gears of War?
Which one?
You're
Marcus
a fan
Phoenix?
of? No, you're the guy.
No, Dom?
Dom.
Yeah. Dude, it brings back a lot of memories. A lot of sad ones. Spider-Man 2 was good. Really enjoyed that.
Spider-Man 2.
storytelling.
I do have to say this. Spider-Man 2 made me question if the Spider-Man franchise was on the same level, better than the Arkham series. And I will say Suicide Squad kind of brings the argument a little bit
No,
closer.
you can't lump that into the Arkham trilogy.
The
And
Arkham
I mean,
trilogy.
if you want to get technical, you could even throw in the WB Montreal Arkham Origins. And
I would
make
throw
a
that one in, even though
quadrilogy.
that is technically, that's not part of the trilogy, but it's the Arkham series because that's
Right.
the prequel. So I would consider that one.
Mhm. As a whole, I'm taking Arkham.
Arkham Knight and Spider-Man 2 are both times that I had explained to my wife like in-depth details of what's happening in the story because it meant so much to me. Like I just remember getting like goosebumps with Jason Todd, and I just knew. I mean, everyone knew it was going to be Jason Todd, but I just remember that really resonating with me. And then just seeing it like, whenever Venom came out in Spider-Man 2, and even though it's not the traditional Venom story, going through there, and then like when Mary Jane was possessed by the symbiote and she became Scream, I had to like stop and I was like, okay, listen, this is what's going on. And like, dude, really, really liked it.
No, the Spider-Man series is super well done. I cannot the movement, the story, the missions. The only thing I could give probably Arkham an edge to is that each game felt a little bit different. In Arkham, like the Asylum and then City, like each game kind of had a different grit, different, even though it's the same style, gadgets, those things. Spider-Man seems basically like the same game, just a little bit different.
Right.
At the same time, I don't think that's a problem.
No, because at the core, they're, fantastic video games.
The story's great. There's enough new stuff to kind of, oh, this is sweet. Which is a testament to that. It's the same setting each time.
Yeah.
And it's still, I'm not bored playing it. So,
good games.
Yeah. Great games. Yes. Except for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Not a great game.
Suicide Squad's butt.
Yeah. Yeah. In the bathroom.
No, really. Don't buy it, please.
I'm not going to say that.
Hit them where it hurts, right in their pockets.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, do that. All right.
Let's draft some villains here.
I'm excited
Let's do this. I've been waiting for this all weekend.
Before
Tanner,
we go into it,
never mind.
can we all go over our draft philosophy?
Well,
So
let's hold on. Let's explain kind of the rules
Yeah.
and that stuff first, I think. You know, before we get into philosophy, because the people gotta understand what our philosophy, what
I'm
is
just GM building over here, guys.
Yeah.
So after playing Suicide Squad, we're gonna and thinking about this, watching the movies, and everything we know about the characters, we thought it would be a good idea to build our own Suicide Squad, and we came up with the list, I think, of 54 villains, which I'm not
Mhm.
gonna read off right here. I might,
Surprising.
I might share it later.
It's
So if
like
you're
my
wondering,
honorable mention list.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tanner's got the rest of the list on
It
his.
just keeps going.
Yeah. So it's about 54 villains, and we try to shoot for 5, and then I am an idiot and can't count. And there's actually 6 different types. So on top of there being a villain, they also have a role. So we have to pick somebody for each role. The roles that we selected are we have to have one leader, one muscle, one ranger, a tech guy, a brains guy, and someone with a unique power. Did I count correctly that time? I don't think I did. Am I missing one? I'm looking at my list. I feel like I'm
Leader,
missing.
muscle, tech, wild card power, ranger, and brain.
Okay, so
There's a wild card. Okay.
wait,
So I
there
need
is
to
a.
write
Which is
that
like the
down.
power card. The power card is the unique power.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
I have 6. I have 6 total in front
Okay.
of
So we
Okay.
have to have someone for each of those roles.
me.
Um, we did do a decider for who gets to go first. Danny gets to go first because he won nose goes. Uh, I
After I set it up.
yeah, Danny set it up and he's going first. Tanner goes second. He was a little bit quicker than I am, and I get to go last. But anyway, Danny, what is your draft philosophy?
So my philosophy, man, is I'm gonna be a traditionalist. I'm gonna look for the most effective team that I think can handle a wide variety of missions sent to us by Amanda Waller and her squad at the U.S. government. But I also want to think like if I know their personalities, are if so and so is a leader, are they going to be able to deal with that person at tech? Do they have similar philosophies? They can keep one another in check, and it not be total chaos, kind of like the beginning of Suicide Squad 2, where they all just went and died because Pete Davidson's freaking character like sold something along those lines. And I'm also going to try to stay away from traditional Suicide Squad members as they are now. I'm going to try to create a brand new squad, even though I'm sure you can't freaking throw a rock without hitting someone that's been in the Suicide Squad. So like I'm gonna try my best to do that. But that's where I'm coming from, a very New England Patriot style draft over here.
Oh, you're a small white guy that can catch the ball and run real fast? Yes, we'll take it.
You fit our scheme? Yeah, let's bring you in.
He's
Yeah.
got he's
Yeah,
got all the
slot receiver.
intangibles.
Yeah.
He's a hard worker. Tanner, what's yours?
So when I was looking through this list, and I think I'm just gonna go kind of take my knowledge of D&D and like party crafting and kind of what I did with Baldur's Gate 3 and just kind of make as cohesive of a unit as possible. There's some I'm calling my wild cards. There's some characters that I like in this that I didn't know anything about until doing some research today. So we'll see what happens if I can actually pick up a couple of them. But yeah, I kind of just ad hoc in it, honestly.
I gotta say, I'm looking for box office. I'm looking for what's going to be really entertaining and also getting the job done. Uh, and I'm also going to say name like their name is going to play a huge role in some of these. Yeah, I have a few dark horses that we're going to be adding to Task Force M, not X. It's my task force. Take that, Viola.
Perfect. All right, guys. If you're good with it, I'm gonna put myself on the clock.
Now on the clock.
All right.
Oh, we have a
Danny
clock. Okay.
Nahar.
This will
Oh,
be fun.
We were
The
running.
I'm running a mental clock. The pick is in, and in the 2024 Suicide Squad Dan Michael Tanner draft, I will be selecting Artemis
Oh,
as the number
Okay.
one overall
Okay.
pick in the
yeah, round
draft.
of
I think that's solid.
applause.
I think that's
Yeah.
solid.
And I'm going to be selecting her as my leader, my team
Oh,
leader.
okay.
Artemis is essentially the Jason Todd Wonder Woman. She was, in fact, even in the Outlaws for a while and had a romantic relationship somewhat with Jason. And I'm still resonating off that. But no, I think she can handle a wide variety of situations. She's a great leader. Amazonians, different powerful women groups she's been in and led. She has, like it says, superhuman strength, durability, speed, knowledge of low level sorcery, ageless, and as well as just a level head. And she's not innately evil, which is also a big, I guess, part of what my squad's going to be. I basically want them to be there to do a job, but have no bias to it. So I don't think she has any issue killing someone if she has to. But she's not going to go out there and try to conquer the world. So this is a group that I think we could put together and really go after some big hitters, but not, have too much risk on our side of them trying to wipe us all out. So Artemis is going to be my top pick.
I gotta say,
Solid pick.
I read something about Artemis when I was putting this list together, and it said anti-hero, and I was like, that is Danny's.
Yep.
I'm building a whole squad. It's just gonna be Red Hood and the Outlaws. It'll be every Red Hood and the Outlaws character.
Boom! You heard it here first. He traded up. He gets.
He's going after Jason.
So now Tanner is on
right.
the clock.
I've had my eyes on one person and one person only for this number one pick, and I'm so glad that Danny did not take this individual. The pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. I am taking Deathstroke with my first pick overall as my leader.
That's my number 2 pick on my top on my big board.
Sorry about you. Sorry about you.
That's good. That's good.
We think Tanner just got a huge steal.
He did. He did.
I gotta say, Deathstroke is one of those characters. Sometimes I don't know how. To me, Deathstroke is like more dangerous than some of these other like Rangers or some of these other squad, like typical squad people. But sometimes they also like punk him out, which kind of like I just never know with that guy. You know what I mean? Like, where is he? But I like to think of him as like really strong, like pretty tough to beat.
One of those anti-heroes that you have a ton of respect for.
Anti-heroes.
Yeah. I'll just say characters. How about that? No, but I mean, I think he's the total package, really. I mean, he's right up there with like a Batman style of character, hand-to-hand combat, excellent with firearms, probably the capability of being a great leader if you need him to be. He practically doesn't age, high skill level. We got swordsman, marksman, eidetic memory. That's a huge one for me. Huge selling point. Brilliant strategist, tactician. He's the total package for me.
Doesn't seem like he's a great father though. If you look back
Well,
to his contract.
Bad dad.
One could say he is committed to his work.
But he's a bad dad.
Bad dad. You want that?
You know what? I don't.
That's fine.
I need killers. That's what I
Bad
need.
dad club.
I need killers. I need someone who's gonna pull the trigger and not freeze.
Ouch. All right. My turn. And I've been thinking here who I want to make. I get back to back, right? We're snaking.
Yeah, we can snake. Yeah, let's snake.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're snaking. We didn't. That was the one thing we didn't decide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my first pick, the last pick of the first round. And I'm gonna go with Peacemaker as my leader.
Whoa.
And the sole purpose I picked Peacemaker to be my leader is because John Cena's sick intro in the Peacemaker show. Again, I'm thinking Hollywood.
Fantastic.
So we got to advertise how great we are.
Guy's killing it. He's doing
And
great.
Peacemaker comes out, he's dancing, then all of a sudden he,
Mhm.
blows someone's head off.
He's got Eagly there with him and everything.
Yeah. He also has a bad dad.
Yeah, he does. Some
Yeah.
Very
questionable
bad dad.
upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think Peacemaker, he even though he was in the last movie, he has his own show. To me, Peacemaker's not a character I knew before. So there's a lot of other typical people I probably would have picked in the past, but I think he's a good pick. Um, so first round, how we feeling?
I think those are three solid picks.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil it. I'll tell you guys someone else I had in mind that I really wish they would get a spot, but I'll save him for my next round. See if he gets there.
First round in the books now. Um, okay, this is the tough one because I was looking, and again, I'm thinking Hollywood here. I'm thinking Hollywood. I told you that blockbuster stuff, but there has to be a straight man, right? There has to be someone who is no nonsense and someone who just doesn't give in to the goofiness. So I'm throwing a curveball here. I'm going to go with my second pick. My second pick. First pick of the second round. I'm going with Prometheus as my brains.
Okay.
And I think this is a steal for a couple reasons. One, um, brains, obviously, he's very smart, but also is almost like the villain Batman. So he doesn't really have a sense of humor. He's more of, again, he's just there to get the job done. Also, it says he has cybernetic implants and can augment his physical attributes. So a little bit of muscle, kind of playing the game there. So Prometheus as my brains.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Prometheus at all.
I'm not either.
The only thing I remember him from is from the DC or from the Arkham Asylum. You'd get the Riddler trophies, and it'd give you like a villain story.
Okay.
Um, his origin story is like Batman's, except the opposite. Like he watched his parents get killed by uh cops instead of criminals. He trained all his
Okay.
life to. So the cybernetic stuff I didn't know about until I just looked at his abilities, but oh
Okay.
well,
Okay.
there
I
you
can
go.
see that.
It's created by Grant Morrison, so he's probably doing some dope stuff.
Yeah. So he's my straight man though. I got Peacemaker, he's gonna be goofy. Walking around as whitey tighties. Prometheus is not gonna have it. So, I think
Tanner, that
Tanner's up.
brings us back to
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
So that brings me back. Brings me back to back.
So
Let's
Deathstroke,
go.
Artemis, Deathstroke, Peacemaker, and
Peacemaker,
Prometheus.
Prometheus. Oh boy. So I had two guys in mind here. I think I can get away with holding off on the second one. So I think for my Ranger, I'm gonna go Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
And this is solely uh based on the Idris Elba portrayal of Bloodsport.
Yes.
I
Yes.
thought his character in the newest Suicide Squad movie was awesome. So
I did too. I really like
I did too.
Bloodsport.
I enjoyed it.
I also didn't know he was originally a Superman villain.
I did not know that
Yeah.
actually. I don't know how is he fighting Superman? Kryptonite
Yeah.
bullets?
I was
Um,
gonna say he'd have to have kryptonite rounds.
Yeah, all this information is from like DC fan sites and Wikipedia.
Mhm.
His attributes: access to high-tech weaponry in a warehouse by using a teleportation device.
There you go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
again,
Maybe I
I
should
don't
have
I
went
don't
tech
know.
with him, but
I don't know. Wikipedia. We're based on
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. So there we go. But yeah,
Okay.
I like the new Suicide Squad movie compared to
Yeah.
the first one. I didn't like the
I
first
do
one.
too. I think it was a lot of fun.
it was really good.
Even though I did not hate the first Suicide Squad movie. Did not hate it.
Same. I agree. I agree.
Okay. Rounding off, rounding up the bottom of the second round here. I'm gonna go just when I think muscle, I think pure muscle, but this guy also has a couple with some bonuses to him. I'm gonna go Solomon Grundy as
Okay.
my muscle. So Grundy, if he's able to be controlled, he's one of the versions that has a little bit of a reminiscent of himself. He's not just incredible hulking out. I think he's valuable, and plus, the more he dies, he typically comes back even more powerful. So you can scale him up to something wild. You know what I mean? And I kind of
Mhm.
like the ability that you're going around, and some of these picks I have so far have a little bit of like the mythical aspect to them, the magical side of it, you know, if you will. And so it's just that rounded team I'm trying to build here with the Dan Nahar Cincinnati Bengals. Um, so Solomon Grundy, and then I am torn between a couple favorites. Mm, 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 mm. You know what? I'm gonna add some fun to this. I'm gonna go tech, and I'm gonna go Gizmo.
Okay.
Gizmo is my tech, and he's solely tech. I mean, that dude. He's gonna be like, I'm trying to think of who Gizmo reminds me. I mean, he just reminds me of Gizmo, I guess. So like, he's gonna be able to get me through things that are blocked. You know, doors that are locked, stuff that needs hacked. He's doing it. He's taking down whole systems. He's keeping everyone level-headed with modern technology, which that might be one of Artemis's downfalls, I would say, but I don't know if that's even there. But I think he takes care of stuff, and he might also be able to disable some other tech-related, you know, whether that's opposite Suicide Squads or opposite Heroes. He might be able to disable those. So I'm going to go Gizmo as my tech for the top of the third round.
I like that. That's a good pick.
Good pick.
It's really
Really
good
good pick. Oh, now where do we go from here? I've got two names picking out at me again. Let's get weird. You know what?
Let's get weird. You know what?
Let's get real weird.
Yeah.
Let's go for my unique individual. Let's go Silver Deer.
Silver Deer.
Silver Deer. I read up on her, and she sounds awesome. She can basically transform into any animal, and then when she is that animal, she possesses their traits, and she can also hypnotize people.
So she's like Beast Boy, kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Silver Deer. Okay.
I knew nothing about her until today.
Whose villain is that? Who the hell is that? Like,
It says
It says Firestorm.
Yeah.
Firestorm. That is
Firestorm.
another.
Do you guys ever
I don't
watch
know.
Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
The Justice League one where they're like trying to name obscure Justice League characters, and Firestorm keeps popping up. He goes, "No, I seriously was in the Justice League."
He's a
that's
cool
what-
character. The only thing I know from Firestorm is that Slipknot first appeared in a Firestorm comic, because I have that at the shop for some reason, and it's always resonated with me. I'm like, how's Slipknot and Firestorm like wrap them up? Like, what's
Yeah, seems kind of like a fire. Like fire would easily beat
yeah? You think rope?
knots.
Well,
Right.
Heights can also beat Slipknot too, so
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a good character for Firestorm. To round out the third, I really, again, really want to go blockbuster here. Really want to just. I'm thinking dynamic, and while there's a little serious element, and I have to have a really good team. I also just cannot pass up on picking someone called the Fiddler. So, in the last pick of the third, for my, I gotta make sure I get this one right. For my unique power, I'm going unique power here. I'm going with the Fiddler.
Unique power.
Can hypnotize people with violin music, and the waves are just magical musical mind control. So I'm imagining all the serious characters out there just fighting, and some dude with a fiddle just
Devil
He
went
sounds
down
like-
to Georgia. He's like,
He sounds like a really good crowd control character.
Yeah, no, honestly, it makes sense. It does. It genuinely does. It's a useful power. You can figure out some. You can figure out something.
Yep.
And I'm also imagining if my Suicide Squad ever gets a TV show, just one of the characters just taking the fiddle and bashing it off something.
You got to save that for a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Just strumming.
And then to start the fourth round here, so I already have a leader. I have brains, leader, brains, unique power. I'm gonna go with my tech. I'm gonna go with a guy named Sportsmaster.
That's a good one.
So for my tech,
Okay.
I think it'd be really funny. He's good at hand-to-hand combat, but also all of his weapons are sports themed. So it's just like, hey, we're playing catch, boom, explosion. Hey, give me that
Hockey
weapon.
stick.
Give me that, football. Pass it over here. Boom, blown up. So I think that would be fun.
He even threw some shot put, I think, in a couple of the Titan things that I remember watching. Yeah.
As soon as I think Danny was the one who sent in Sportsmaster. As soon as I heard that, I was like, I gotta pick Sportsmaster.
Sportsmaster. You're making a very solid like Peacemaker season 2 like group of people hanging out like
Yeah.
that. I can genuinely picture yours like doing that. I mean, somehow he stopped like an alien invasion, so I think it works somehow.
It's gonna work. We'll figure it out. So Tanner
I
is
think-
fourth round. Right.
So I've got two predominantly firearms heavy characters and then a shapeshifter.
Yep.
I'm going to take a muscle character here.
Okay.
I was torn between this person and Carapax for my muscle, as well as Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Oh, that'd be fun characters. Yeah. Yep.
I liked Tweedledee and Tweedledum because you get 2 for 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
true.
But-
bang for your buck.
I think
Good value pick.
that Terra is probably the better
Oh.
choice here.
Oh, I like it. I like that.
The complete control of elements is really what sold me here, and she's only limiting herself.
Okay.
So she could
pick.
go Nova if you really want to.
Okay.
If she really needs to. So I'm gonna go Terra.
I'm going to say this to your group. There is an odd dynamic in your group, I think, especially with Terra and Deathstroke. Some that would
Two bad dads, and then
and an odd love situation with Deathstroke and some of the
Ooh.
old school writing that
yeah,
is not very appropriate in 2024.
yeah. I did not realize that.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's too late.
No take backs.
It's in.
Yeah, no takebacks. You know what? Let's go Elseworld story here.
Did
No
This
history.
just in, did Tanner make a bad pick?
Probably, yeah. This wouldn't be the first one. Yeah.
I like that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I did not remember that that weird situation. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
It's
on
like
me.
that new
That's on
Jenna
me.
Ortega movie with what's his face?
Oh my
It was
gosh.
Bilbo Baggins.
That's weird. Yeah.
Except
that's
it's worse.
strange. Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's strange.
All right. Threw me off. What was I doing? Okay. This guy. All right. And this is a hard pill for me to swallow. I'm gonna pick my ranger, which in my scheme, they're essentially a marksman, little jack of all trades. This character in a previous story gave Red Hood and his partner Scarlet some issues, and even held off a Dick Grayson Batman and Robin. I'm gonna go with Flamingo.
Okay.
I was gonna pick Flamingo. Oh,
I
no.
love the character Flamingo. I'm a sucker in One Piece. I like Don Quixote do Flamingo, basically the same freaking dude. I just like that he's flamboyant, but he seems pretty tough, man. I like that he has knowledge of arsenals, and he grounds my very like mythical squad a little bit. And I think he brings a little bit more ruthlessness to my squad.
Doesn't he eat faces too?
He in that iteration where he's fighting Red Hood, he does eat faces.
I think
he's
like,
trying to eat Scarlet's face. Actually,
is it the Dick Grayson and Damien story?
Yes.
Too? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So
I'm really
this
liking
is
this ringleader outfit here.
I was
This,
gonna pick
this
Flamingo.
pink and gold outfit. I like this.
and
Oh,
and
there's the face. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep, he's got the hook blade with the
yes.
that looks like Dick Grayson's Scream stick. Okay.
So he holds his own with some top tier level street characters. So I really like that. And next, what are we? Fourth, fifth round? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, fifth round. Fifth
Or,
round.
yeah, top fifth.
My brain character is going to be the brain. The brain is going to be my brain character. Yeah. So not only is he super Lex Luthor style intelligence, hyper intelligent, but he also is one of those big mech guys. You know what I mean? Like if you try to come find him, you're going through all these traps and stuff, and then you're going to end up with him, and he's going to be in a big mech suit that's going to stop you. He really, that gorilla character, the French gorilla, I can't think of that little whatever that French gorilla's name is. They're pretty tight. So, but I like the brain. I think again, he gives a level of intelligence to a pretty intelligent group outside of Grundy. He's pretty dumb. but the brain can keep him in track. The only thing that I'm getting to now is I would be worried that the brain would try to overthrow my squad, try to like turn something around because he's that type of dude. But you know what? I don't know a lot about the brain before he was just a big floating brain in that little suit. So, but I like that. I like my pick. My last one, and I'm really struggling with is my wild card power pick that I'm trying to figure out there.
I gotta say the Flamingo pick really threw me off. The eating faces was
I did
gonna
not
be
know
my
that either.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. Does he always eat faces? Because I don't remember him just going around eating all those faces.
No, I just remember. I remember reading that story, and I think he's on his motorcycle or his chopper. He has like blood from his mouth or something like that. It's around the time like I'm trying to think if there's multiple villains in that because I want to say Pig is also.
Yeah, he is. He is.
So maybe I'm mistaking Pig with Flamingo, but I thought he ate faces.
So Pig and Flamingo directly tied to that other Scarlet character because that Scarlet character Red Hood was hanging out with was a doll that Pig had messed up.
It was a doll. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
That's my least favorite version of Red Hood, but I'll still swallow that pill.
Tanner, where's he going to go? Is he going to take? Is he going to take one of my people?
Where do we go now?
Is he going to take another problematic relationship?
I hope not.
Let's add somebody else.
I need a brains and I need a tech. Let's see, you've got an obvious one here, but to Danny's point, does this person feel like they will be the leader? You know. And then you've got another fun one that fills both roles potentially. This is tough. You know what? Since we're all three big collectors here, let's go in my. Let's see. Where do we put him? I'm gonna go tech here. I'm gonna go tech, and I'm gonna go Toy Man.
Okay.
Toy Man.
Okay.
I like that. I do like that.
Like
that iconic shot of him in like a clockwork spider descending a skyscraper in one of the animated series.
Yeah.
That's what I keep seeing.
He's also the one who kills Superman.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's also in the newest Suicide Squad game. So.
And then in the Teen Titans, he almost had a little magical ability with him too, that he took the souls of the Titans and he put them in like dolls and stuff like that. That's a good pick. That's a dark horse pick.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that so far.
All right, my last two here. So I'm gonna round out my draft. I'm gonna start with the muscle. So to end the fifth round, I'm gonna go with Giganta.
That's a good pick. I was looking at there too. Yep.
A little female dynamic added to my boys club so far. You know, you got Sportsmaster, the Fiddler, Prometheus, and Peacemaker. So Giganta, I think being the muscle with a bunch of dudes in the group is again, I think that leads to some added like entertainment value with my squad, because she can literally squash them if she wants to. She's also really smart, so
Yeah.
If any of the other people are being idiots, she can also match wits with them there. So Giganta, she was one I'm glad was till the end. I was hoping no one took her. Now this is the problem though. With my last pick, I was going to take Flamingo as my ranger, but that is not an option. And there's really, as I'm looking through here to fit the dynamic, there's some other rangers up there. Shoot.
The only Giganta I've ever seen, going back to that pick, is the real like old school vintage like loincloth leopard print like giant from like the Justice League animated like years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
But that's a fun pick. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know too much about her other than that. Darn. See, there's a lot of good Rangers still left, but again, I'm trying to think entertainment value. And with my last pick, I'm going to pick a guy. Uh, he is called the Tally Man. And
The Tally Man.
the Tally Man. And I'm again, skilled sharpshooter. There were some other things that Wikipedia mentioned in regards to that. But he's almost like kind of like a Victor Zaz type, not exactly Zaz, but like he's just a good shooter, a good shot. Mark's Tally. So purely picked him for the name, just literally the name, because I thought about going somebody else, but I don't want to say their name. So
Okay.
anyway, there's
Okay.
my draft.
That's smart. I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna go Mr. Irrelevant. The last pick.
I got a pick. Can I got one more?
Sorry,
I need a brains. I
My
need
fault.
brains.
was all.
And I need an all around smart person, right?
Yes.
One stuck out to me is just highlighted brains, intelligence / hacking. You know what that's going to do for me? I'm taking calculator.
The calculator.
Just incredibly precise mathematical calculator.
I was really hoping you'd take Bookworm.
I was real close. I was real close.
Me too. Before I picked Prometheus,
Because I
was
like the
going into-
book theme.
Yes, everything had to be revolved around literature.
Like he has an endless supply of crimes potentially. But I mean, you read enough books, I guess you could stop him. But
Calculator's a good pick, though. I like Calculator.
I do too. That's a fun pick. It's a fun pick. I am torn between a couple Homer picks for this last one. Oh, I love this pick too. Yeah, I'm doing this. Screw it. I was torn between Essence, which is a very obscure all cast Red Hood character, which just fits my vibe, but I also forgot the love I have for this character. I am going with the last pick in the draft for the unique power. I'm going Jinx.
solid.
I think the Hive 5 has 2 members in this new updated Suicide Squad. And I think Jinx' magic abilities, as well as her ability to, where to go? As well as her ability to manipulate luck and chance. I think that is huge because I remember even in Teen Titans, if I'm going just with that version, she's impacted tons and tons of fights, even against way stronger opponents, just because of luck. And I think that's something that can play in and it is huge in a Suicide Squad Task Force X kind of situation. So I will go Jinx, very torn between her and Essence, and Ebon from Static Shock, who used to be a pretty BA guy that I always liked watching as a big bad when I used to watch Static all the time.
There we go. We have our squads. We have our squads. I gotta say, is there anybody that I mean, I mentioned Flamingo. I was really trying to get Flamingo on there. Really wanted to somehow make Bookworm work.
Yeah.
And weirdly, I wanted to pick Ding Dong Daddy.
But
I
that's a
just
very
couldn't see.
situational character.
Yeah. I just couldn't justify it. Is there anybody maybe you're looking at, you're like, I could have done this, or there's someone still out there?
I had 2 choices for leader. It was Artemis or Catman. I'm a huge Catman guy. For some reason, he's just my type of dude. Catman, I think you could make him very cool. Like trying to think of like a character you could make him like. I mean, he's almost in that same realm as like
like the
Peacemaker
Fairly
too.
Odd,
Mhm.
like the Fairly
Yeah.
Odd Parents Catman.
Yeah, that Catman. Yeah, the Adam West Catman.
That's
I
awesome.
was really close going that way. That's one I would have loved to have gotten in there, or another static character.
I'm
Tanner,
really
anybody you were missing?
I'm really surprised Tanner didn't like load up on like didn't add Deadshot, didn't add a Killer
Yeah,
Croc or someone like that.
Honestly, if I could probably swap, I may change out Bloodsport to Deadshot. But I think I'm okay. I mean, I think
There's no way, Tanner, your team gets through a mission without at least one of them killing one of the other squad members.
100%.
There's zero.
100%. 100%. And it's probably Terra killing Deathstroke.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that or Bloodsport and Deathstroke. I see clashing.
Yeah.
I see those two clashing.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm shocked that no one took the Riddler.
I just didn't want to be. I think he would have been a really good pick.
Yeah, that was the guy that I was concerned about possibly trying to,
I think
overthrow the whole thing.
I think like a really campy Riddler, like a Riddler that kind of can buy in, would be entertaining and good. But to me, Riddler is almost like a Joker. Like he never works in a team. You know what I mean? Like I just see the Riddler as like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like this is beneath me. So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's still Two-Face. There's still Weather Wizard. I mean, Mirror Master. I almost took Mirror Master.
I didn't take those two because I just thought of the rogues too heavily that they had already been in something like that. But like Mirror Master, I think is really overpowered, and Weather Wizard in some instances is really overpowered when he's done right. I really, really like those two characters, but again, I tried picking characters that I hadn't seen in this type of like setting before. Okay, here's something. Let's do this. It's a 10 mission season. I want you guys to give each of the squads a record. Are they 9-1, 9 successful missions, 1 failure, and then we got to go around and discuss why we think that.
Let me get a roster together for you guys.
I'll start with this. I think Danny's is a 10-0. And I'm saying that because I felt like Danny picked his team, like he thought of their abilities, how they'd work together. He also thought of like if things go wrong, like with the brain can like, hey, okay, even if there is problems that could come up. I think Tanner's in theory should be really good too. A lot of the guys in theory should be really good.
Yeah, you would think, yeah.
I see them being like a team that starts off like a squad that starts off really hot, but then as you get to the big bad, it all falls apart.
They're the Buffalo Bills.
Yes. Yeah. Now my team,
if we're being honest,
I gotta say my squad to me is like the team that's gonna start out 0-3, and they might even replace me as the coach. But then at the end of the year, they're gonna be 7-3. And
they're gonna hire you back on as an analyst.
They're gonna be knocking on Danny's door, like, "Hey, we're ready to go." But that's my opinion.
Tanner, you want to go next? Or you want me to?
I'm still writing down teams. Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'm going 10-0 for my squad. I've really bought into it. They've bought into the culture. I think Artemis keeps them all in check. I think Gizmo, Jinx, team players already. They've been in the squad before. Brain, another team player. He has to rely on some muscle out there. The only wild card would be essentially Flamingo, just keeping his weird ass in check. But so Flamingo, if he can not eat faces, I think we're in a really good spot. Artemis comes out there, very Joe Burrow-esque, very shisty, and she gets us through 10-0. Mike, weirdly enough, I had your squad at 7-3. Same reason. I think they start off slow and they pull it together. I think that I'm just picturing the characters in live action, and I think that it's there, man. I think that's a good squad. You could make something out of that. Tanner's squad I had at 5-5. because I think they go man down either Deathstroke and Terra or Terra.
It's 100%. My team has the most chance to become problematic and toxic. 100%. And the culprits have to be Deathstroke, and Terra and Bloodsport. That kind of triangle has the potential to just derail everything.
Yes. I think very like I do like the Deathstroke pick. I do like the Bloodsport pick and the Toyman. Toyman might be my steal of the draft. The more I thought about Toyman, I really like Toyman. Just that baggage, you know what I mean? You got to have that, and all those, Shaq and Kobe for a little bit, but this is just a little more intense.
This is saving the world.
Yeah.
This is not the NBA Finals 04 or 03.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, my team definitely is a 5-5 or a 10-0. One of the two. Nothing in between. Possibly even winless. Who knows? If 3 of the 6 kill each other. Danny's team's solid. The Flamingo pick is the linchpin to your team.
I agree.
I'm probably gonna give you 8-2. Let's go 8-2. Respectable 8-2. Michael, I'm trying to think. Peacemaker is gonna heckle the crap out of Fiddler, 100%. Just because he's playing a miniature guitar instead of what else we got here? Sportsmaster. I feel like Peacemaker and Sportsmaster could bond a little bit there.
Yeah, little team camaraderie.
100%. They pass football a good bit. I guarantee
Peacemaker and Tallyman are definitely having like backyard accuracy contests, just like chug a beer, throw it in the yard, see who shoots it the most times in the air.
Prometheus could do that too, though.
That's true. That's true.
Does Prometheus tolerate?
He wouldn't want to join.
Does Prometheus tolerate Peacemaker? Is he like a serious character, or is he like?
I take him as like the straight man. Like he's got more.
So he's not. Nah, he's not taking it.
Yeah, he's more the like, hey, shut your mouth. They might tussle a few times. That's why I say, early on we're gonna struggle some of those early missions,
right?
Because they got to kind of battle it out. But then it's like, hey, if we don't, our head's gonna explode. And together. So
I like that. I can see that absolutely.
And also Peacemaker, even though he's being told what to do, I think when he blurs the line of like he does something illegal, that'll appeal to Prometheus, who does not like authority. So even though he's probably resisting, like,
that leadership aspect.
Yeah. So huge ratings.
No, it's a hit. It's a hit. They're all a hit. I'd like to see them. WB, if your worthless butts are watching this, just take them. Take the ideas. God knows you need them, man. Take them. Put them into a DC Comics. You haven't caught me in a while. Take one of these squads. Put them in there. Make them work. Make them work. You need it, guys.
Ding dong daddy.
Ding dong daddy.
That guy just reminds me of the opening voice in Crazy Taxi. Like that's who I envision. Like this surfer dude with big sunglasses, just leather skin. Just they don't use sunstan. Yeah.
Other thing weighing down Tanner's team, bad dads.
Terrible dads.
A lot of bad dads.
A lot of bad
Terrible dads.
A lot of bad. There's not a dad to be seen in there.
Terrible dad.
No. I'm going to learn more about Silver Deer when we get off this tonight to figure out who that is.
Silver Deer. I can't wait to make cut-ups of this.
This is going to be great TikTok material.
Us with our characters right next to us.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm gonna someone do some fan art of our squads together. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
Good work out there, guys.
Good work.
It's fantastic. That was fantastic.
It was
from all of us here at the Deep Culture Podcast. Thank you all for watching, listening. Call your mom. She misses you. Pet your dog, or else I will. I'll come to your house in the middle of the night. A little B&E. No big deal.
Nice. Nice. I'm Ding Dong Daddy Dan. It's been an honor. So I'll see you boys next time. I've been hitting the thrift stores lately. I got to get back to it.
All right. Everybody watch out for the Fiddler.
The Fiddler.
Peace.